So yeah, I got my photo station up. I'm going to put this coat up first. Kind of sucks that I put up the coat for one, or put up the whole photo station for one item, but whatever. It's my fault. I totally missed it. And when I was actually doing the thing, this is like the very first start of this auction. I did a whole bunch of the clothing right out the gate. I did like 3 or 4 fur coats. I did an army coat. I did a whole bunch of 90s shirts and long sleeve shirts and dress shirts and pants from the 90s. And somehow this coat got left in the closet and I forgot it. So actually kind of cool. I grabbed it for the end of this auction, but yeah, it's going up. But I just set up my photo station. So, and all that is I just got boxes, some pieces of foam, some lights, and yeah, it works. And then, anyway, it's just, I don't specialize in clothing. Otherwise, I would have something more better. But this kind of works to get all my measurements in there. And it's a dealing where I really want this a whole bunch higher. I want this actually like another 10 inches higher to make it so I don't have to bend over or reach over as far. But when you get something this long, you got to make compromises. So anyway, this is 100% pure wool on the sleeve there. That's stitched in, and I can't do anything about it, even though, yeah. So I got to say in the listing that it says 100% pure wool on the sleeve, but it's not 100% pure wool because it's got a liner. So yeah. So yeah, from that auction, I got the coat. I got this little Tonka truck, which I completely forgot. I put it in the box. I cleaned it up, made it ready to list, put it in the box, and then I put the box somewhere else. So I found the box. And yeah, so the Tonka toy truck's all ready to go. This box will actually work. I'm only losing like 2 inches. But the height's dang near perfect. So you do what you can do. So yeah, the Tonka truck. I got a milk glass here. They either hit and miss. That's an item where it's probably going to be $10 to ship. So if the item's not crazy expensive, it's a Goodwill item because the cost to ship doesn't justify the cost they're going to have to pay. If it's like a $5 item and it's going to cost you $10 to ship, it's going to sit on a shelf forever. But if it's like a $30 item, okay, I can work in the cost to ship that, and the final cost will be like, let's say maybe $30 to $40 for the total cost, unless it's a unicorn. I don't know. That's why you gotta look it up. Anyway, same deal with the projector here. An old school Keystone C18, I'm guessing. Might be 16. No, that's 18. Anyway, Keystone C18. It might not be the rate of cost to ship it. It's kind of up in the air on that. So I also got to clean it up and play around with that thing. So yes, might not be worth it. Another one might not be worth it. It's this tin. Got to see if it's worth it. Tin. It's just spice tin, but whatever. You could put fishing flies in it. You could put bolts in it. You could put whatever inside here besides just spices. Comes in a nifty beat up case. So there you go. If you're like a fisher, you really don't care. But the hinge works, and yeah, so if you want to do some fly fishing, you could pull this out and you have your flies right there. And that's what I really sell these spice ones as, is fly fishing dealies, because it works perfect for flies. And then you can keep them on there and pull them out that you made your flies soon. I mean, it isn't perfect, but it works for that kind of deal, or bolts or whatever, whatever you can think of. Yeah, but I don't know if that's one worth listing, because if everybody's selling them for like $10, and I gotta ask, I'm gonna guess that's $12.50, because it's still light, but it's just big. I'm guessing it's gonna be $12.50. So that's $22.50 at $10. It might not be worth it at $10. It's kind of hit and miss, and I gotta clean it up. So I would need $20 to even list this thing. A $20 starting price to even list this thing, and I don't think it's worth that. So that's probably gonna be Goodwill at them. This is probably at Goodwill. You'll probably find it for like $10, and that's with no free shipping, no shipping. So there you go. We'll figure it out. Or I would buy it for like $10 at Goodwill, not to resell, to keep for me. But I wouldn't like spend $30 on it if I had to ship it, with shipping included. So whatever. Buttons. I love buttons. So we have buttons everywhere. I always sell buttons. Anytime I get my hands on buttons, I sell buttons, because buttons sell. Because first off, you never know what you're gonna get, and then You also get some cool ones, some cool designs. And yeah, so buttons sell. I always sell buttons. These tins are probably half full. And yes, tons and tons of buttons. And yeah, so plastic buttons, metal buttons, all kinds of fun stuff. So I always sell buttons. Towel patterns from the 1936 says copyright. So probably the 40s, and a whole bunch of towel patterns. So those will go up. I do not put them as medium mail because medium mail takes like 8 to 10 days, and normal mail takes like 4 to 5 and half, and the difference is like $1 usually. So because these ain't gonna weigh anything, I'll be able to put them in like a probably an 8 by, let's say 8 by 10 by 1, and ship that UPS, and it's going to weigh like 5 ounces, I'm guessing, total guess here. And yeah, that's gonna go for like $4.50, or like, yeah, no, like probably $8. I'll go with $8. Probably gonna go for $8 versus medium mail. That'll probably go for, off the top of my head, probably like maybe $5. So there is more than $1 there, but whatever. I'm going to ship it, not medium mail. And yes, I don't know if there's any advertising in there and all that fun stuff. So yeah, an 8-track player, same deal as yesterday, same deal as the one that I listed this morning, or the same deal as the one that I listed here. Kick that out. Test it, make sure it works. If it doesn't work, oh well, it's parts either way. But if I can get it to light up, great. That's all the testing I'm doing. You just power it on. If it lights up, good. It has power. If it doesn't light up, it doesn't have power. Simple as that. Some cassette tapes with the case. Getting your 90s on here. Village People. The Coasters. These texts like the Coasters and Mac Wiseman twin pack. So those two actually go together. Superstars, various artists. The Drifters, which might be a reprint. I hope it's not, but it might be a reprint. Patsy Cline, the Beach Boys. Just a generic thingy, you know. Easy bread and butter item. Kick it out. And then, yeah, some glasses. Once again, low dollar item. Throwing it up there, see if it's worth it. Otherwise, if it's not worth it, it won't go up. Oh my. This thing didn't want to open. Okay. Some pins and brooches and all this stuff. This isn't a big enough pile to list on its own. I'm going to throw this in, hang on to this, throw this in another pile, and list that later. So I'm not selling this case because this case is not in a good condition. It's really bad. So otherwise, I'm just going to throw that in a pile. Also, I got a mystery key there that might go to something else later. So that's not getting this today. But there you go. Everything I'm throwing up today. Love doing buttons. Love doing things like that. Did I say the Monopoly kit? The Monopoly kit, if I didn't say it already. It's got some one pieces there. So that's always cool. It'd be great if I had the board, but I don't have the board. And it's got some writing on it and all that fun stuff. So how I ship these is I just put some bubble wrap inside there so the stuff doesn't move around. And then put the box in another box, which is probably going to be a, oh hell, probably an 8x8 by 4, and kick that out. Maybe even a 7x, it'd be great if it fit in a 7x7 by 4, because that's a nice little difference there. And yeah, put some bubble wrap around it and kick it out kind of deal. Just make sure those pieces don't move around. But that one's nice and easy to kick out. And it's Monopoly, so they are collectors. And there we are. So yeah, buttons. That's my big deal for today. I love doing buttons, but buttons do take a little bit because I do actually count the buttons. You just pull them out of the tins, and then you make a rough count. So like this will probably go up off the top of my head, let's call it 120. Some people just go by weight. I don't go by weight. I just count the buttons, and then I just give. So if it's like 135, I'm just going to say like 100 plus buttons or like 130 plus buttons and whatever. Just make piles. Let's make a pile of like probably 10 or so, and take a picture of that pile and then move on, kind of deal. And that's all you do there. And then I might not even ship these in the tins. I might ship these in bags, and then I'll put the bag in a box, obviously, and just there you go. And then you just wrap the bag and bubble wrap, put it in the box, and then it's good to go. And then when they get it, they don't have to pay for tin that probably weighs a quarter what the buttons do, kind of deal. So ship that all out, get that all out, get that all up today. That's what I'm doing. But the big thing was I had to set up my photo station, and yeah, it happens. So yep. So yeah, I totally missed that. So what I had with this one, this is the tail end of this auction here. What I had with this auction was I found a closet full of 90s clothing. So in that closet, I had some fur coats. I had a whole bunch of long sleeve 90s shirts. I had some 90s pants. I had some 90s, this is a 90s coat, another coat. And I had a military jacket. And just, I was like, yeah. I was like, me and the auctioneers passing by, and I grabbed that whole closet for cheap and played around, listed everything up, and good. It's all listed up and good to go. But this is one of the coats, and this is actually put in a closet because that was a pretty big auction, and I put it in a closet and I forgot about it. And same thing with the Tonka truck. That was also in the closet, and I just found a box for that and forgot about it. So whatever. This is going up, and yes. So that's what's happening today. What's going up today on eBay. See you, folks.